We are back with another episode of the Four Quarter Talk podcast. I'm Dr. Sony, joined by,
Matas Baranauskas.
and unfortunately, three series have ended before we even had a playoff podcast. But it's been a mad couple of weeks for me. I'm currently shooting this from Dubai, but hopefully after this one, I'll be coming back tonight, so should be back to normal, with potentially two a week, but we'll at least try to get back to one a week.
Yeah,
But as I
fingers
said,
crossed.
yeah, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. But as I said, a few series are over. There's a lot of uncomfortable conversations that need to be had, and my Thunder, they came through. But before that, let's just get into it, man. Let's straight into it. What's the first series? Let's go.
Well, first series ended was Timberwolves Suns, the 3-6 matchup when everyone thought it's gonna be a longer series than it actually was. So
Yeah, I mean, this is just we're gonna have this conversation over and over again. But we said leading up to the playoffs, let's just believe an 82 game sample size. It's not 2015 anymore. LeBron's not gonna magically turn into, you know, 2015, 2018 LeBron. KD's not gonna magically turn into 2014. We already saw that the Warriors didn't even make it to the dance. But all season long, what's everyone saying? Obviously, they couldn't say it about the Nuggets because they won last year, but with the Timberwolves, with the Thunder, oh, wait till the playoffs though. All these, like, come on, man. Like, we knew this. We didn't even need to see in the summer when when they first made this super team together. What do we say? They've got 2K generated like players on the bench. Yeah. Like, we saw that, we've seen this story before. And I guess, all right, before we get into all the other stuff, like just get into what you think about the series itself and how it played out.
I feel like I don't think a lot of people predicted it would be a sweep. I feel
No.
like everyone thought, oh yeah, Suns will like KD will get at least 1 or 2 games maybe like they did against Nuggets last year. But yeah, Anthony Edwards is he's just leveled up. I think like a lot of but at the same, like a lot of people now saying like, oh yeah, he's the next big thing. But like for me as a Celtics fan, it's annoying because Tatum did this like 3 years in a row, and like literally no one cares about Tatum because like, oh yeah, where's his ring? Like it's annoying, but Anthony Edwards is like, yeah, he's different, and I'm surprised that he didn't get fined for the suck it sign to the Suns. And what's the mad thing about it? Like, he didn't just do it once. He just like
Yeah, no,
it's six times. He just did it again, and you're like, that was the
yeah.
funniest thing. But yeah, Anthony Edwards like completely like changed the series, and Rudy Gobert should like get a shout because his defense
Give him
was incredible in the
respect.
series.
Give him respect. Like I've been that way. I've been that way. I've disrespected him. And to be fair, it's clear now that whether it's the Sun, I mean, back when he was with Utah, that he was being put in a position to fail with how bad his perimeter defense is. And now you stick him on a team that has good perimeter defense, you see the impact that he can have. And yeah, with Van Edwards, he's kind of going through what Tatum went. He's getting the praise that Tatum was getting maybe back in like 2018, back when it was
Yeah,
early. And I guess don't worry. After this honeymoon phase, he'll start to get that too if he doesn't win like this year or next year or whatever. The same with the Thunder. Like that's how the cycle goes. But he's showing that he's one of the next up. I mean, he's only 22 years old, literally like 2 weeks younger than me, about 10 days. So he's clearly next up, and he's like taking on what he said was his favorite player growing up, being able to sweep him. And I mean, I can understand why everyone's, even if he's not on that All NBA tier yet, why everyone's quick to try force him into those face of the league discussions, because he's a charismatic guy. He's got the game, but he's also got the personality to really,
and he's American as well.
and he's American as well. Yeah, to take it over. So, um, but it's just it being a sweep, man. It being a sweep is just crazy, and like It's just a lot of uncomfortable conversations that need to be had. The Suns, I don't know how many times they got to do this. I don't know how many times they got to do this. It's looking like 2021 is the peak for them. They've tried to prolong it, stretch it. Uh, Book is just even that 49, that's a fake 49-point game, if I'm being honest, bro.
Yep.
Like
To be
at this
fair, he
point,
just boosted his stats, elimination game stats. That's all he did, boosted his elimination game stats.
yeah. I mean, like, yeah, he was tired of having like bad. He wanted to he wanted to pad them elimination stats, you know.
Yep.
But even like towards the end when he tried to get to 50 and blocked him. But I mean, what are we saying here? You got a team full of playoff droppers. Um, D Book's a playoff dropper. Bradley Beal is like literally the worst contract of all time. Like,
Have you seen the remaining years of his contract? The remaining money and everything. Like it's 3 years, 160 million left on this contract, and
no
there's no
trade
trade clause.
clause. No trade clause. It's over, bro. If you're a Suns fan, you remember how things were back in like 2014? Like, get used to that. That's where you're going. That's where you're going.
But I feel like it's worse because they literally have only one pick between now and 2030.
Yeah, so it's so over.
Is
It's
only this year's pick. That's it. Only
it's
this year's pick.
literally never been more over. Like it's gonna be pure poverty.
I'm sorry, but the fact that they don't have second round picks until 2030, it's mind blowing. How you
Yeah,
don't have any second round picks?
it's so
Like,
crazy. But this is not
I'm sorry, the
revisionist.
front office need they have to go. Like some owners have to do something because like
This is what it is, though. We said this in the summer. You got a new owner coming in. He wants to make a splash. He wants his signature move, but it made no sense. We said this at the time. We saw the graphics. I mean, how many big three graphics are we gonna see of KD? But we saw the graphics and we were like, "I'm not moved. I'm not moved. You can go check the
and the
episode.
fact that
I'm not
it
moved.
was
It's not."
only it was only Devin Booker that was like, oh yeah, how they gonna guard us? And like literally
Oh,
everyone else saw like it's not gonna work. I feel like
bro,
only Suns
look.
team
Even if they're
was like, oh yeah, we're
healthy,
doing this.
you've got an injury prone. You got injury prone team. They didn't even play the first. It's just like how many times KD just likes to reload the same story with a different cast. And yeah, with D Book, yeah, like he's just not a winner. Like let's be real, he's just not a winner. With Bradley
Yeah.
Beal, talk about that. That's hilarious. The whole I'll be damned if I get swept. Yeah, he down now. But KD, I mean, I don't even want to talk about Frank Vogel. I think what they're doing on him, these hit pieces they're putting out on him is trash, bro. Like, I don't rate
Did
this
you
at
see
all.
the story that apparently he wanted a point guard, but the front office said, no, we're not
Yeah,
getting a point.
like yeah, he's good for him, man. He's sending some sources through. He's fighting back as well because they're trying to throw him under the bus. But with KD, we've got to really start to have some uncomfortable conversations because
Yep.
when you zoom out and look at his career, it's looking real shaky in the light. It's looking
Yep.
real shaky because like he really when he was on the Thunder, you know, four scoring champs, MVP, he was on a trajectory where you would confidently say top 10 player of all time. He goes to Golden State, not a great move, like in terms of his reputation or anything. But okay, you've made your move, like lay on it, win, and obviously that fizzles out. And since then, he's not made it past the second round. And I hate this because everyone on the timeline, I've got friends that are KD fans, and they why is it with KD he does not get the heat of other players he's compared to players on his level like LeBron, Curry. When it's him, he doesn't get like for like a LeBron for a Curry. If they got swept, you know, with Brooklyn, if they got swept by the Celtics and they got taken out in that way, it'd be over for them. It's just that oh yeah, your legacy's over. But somehow every year, everyone gets amnesia. Like in September, everyone will be like, KD's the best player in the world. And he hasn't really been in that conversation in a legitimate way in about 3 seasons. And it's
Yeah.
just like it's ridiculous. And now he's just like that bus rider comment from Charles Barkley, man. It's looking legit because in these moments he doesn't seem to take over, and it's like I can't even watch it. I can't even watch it because it gives me flashbacks to 2016, and I'm like, yo, like, what is going on? This guy, I don't know. In some of these moments, like, it's easy to do it when you've got Curry there. You got a team there that knows how to win, and you just kind of join them. And yes, he performed the best, but you have that cushion. And there's a lot of players that I'm looking at that people will say, "Oh, he's better all time," but I'm like, I don't know. Like, I I would personally prefer like, how does his legacy stack up with his career stack up with a Jokic? Or I mean, if Jokic wins this season again, if he repeats the season, he's better than KD all time. I don't care. Like, I
Yeah,
don't think I don't think there's much of a discussion, to be honest.
just because like when you think about it, big thing is KD. He can't do it without Curry.
Yeah.
He had to go to Warriors to that team to win the ring. I feel like that's like a huge factor because like couldn't do it. Went to that insane Warriors dynasty, won the rings, and then left, and then look what happened after.
No second round since, and they've won after you left.
Yeah,
Like,
low key, still to the day is he had one size smaller feet. He wins the ring.
probably. But you can say that about a lot of players. You can say
Yeah,
that about a lot. I mean, if Pat Bev doesn't run into Russ's knee, maybe he has a ring before he goes to OKC. But I mean, before he goes to Golden State. But still, in terms of what has happened, what we have seen is him shrink in some of these moments. It's like, because with KD, apart from some series like that tail end of that 3-1 choke in the Western Conference Finals and the series against the Celtics, he's gonna be efficient for the most part. He's gonna get his points. He's gonna get his 30. But the problem is sometimes he's just happy with having an efficient, 13 for 18 game or whatever it is, when the team needs him to take like 30 shots. And he's just calm with, it's all right. He always has a kind of a player that he wants to defer to. Like, he doesn't want to take over and be that guy. It was Russ, it was Curry, and now it's Book and this team. And it's like, come on, man. Like, I don't know. In some of these series, you really do need to take over. And you see a player like Anthony Edwards coming for the like these young players right now, they're coming for the throne. They're saying, we're done with the 2010s, like, let's go. And he didn't have anything for him. Like, Anthony Edwards was really on him like the whole series. Like, so boy, and now you got everyone. You got KD reports. You got, oh, I never felt comfortable in the offense. You got It's so shameless how these always come out like 10 minutes after the series ends. There's a bunch of
yeah.
leaks. But they tell their agents, like, if we lose, you gotta like drop all these interviews. Like, so they give these interviews to like Shams or whatever. They give these sources during the playoff series and give them an embargo, because this is how it works in the media world. Give them an embargo, and they're like, okay, if we lose it, you can drop this. Like, as soon as our season ends, you can drop this. Like, it's crazy. You see D Book, oh, if he's to join the team, it'll be that D Book wants to play for the Knicks. KD wants to play for the Heat.
I'm sorry, but that the book wants to play for the
Oh yeah, sorry.
Knicks
Yeah, yeah,
from
yeah. That
Stephen A. Smith. I
Stephen A.
literally
Smith.
don't believe of what he's saying. I don't think
And he
it
said he
was
never
the
spoke
book that
to
said
him.
that.
So, like,
It was
bro, what
probably
are you
other player that said that, but he didn't. He thought, oh, that's the book, yeah. So yeah, he thought that was the book and probably said
why
that it was a random player.
if I compare you can't listen to anything he says after. If I compare a Kyle Kuzma and a couple picks, who's to say I can't get a Devin Booker? Like, nah. Stephen A. Smith's sources are shameless. Like, you can't use Stephen A. Smith as a source. But the point is just how quickly all of this stuff spirals. And you build a team on sand, this is what happens. Look at all the teams that are performing well at the moment. They've got a solid foundation. They built it up the right way. They didn't try to make a big blockbuster trade every summer. That's not how this works. And you're seeing these teams. I'll talk about it more in depth when we get to OKC. But you're seeing these teams that are learning from their mistakes and are seeing, okay, we need to develop a team. They're kind of taking the Denver Nuggets approach and seeing the way that they've won. You need a well-rounded team. You need like depth. You need all that stuff. You can't just throw together 3 All-Stars and say, boom, get it done. And especially when you're going after All-Stars that are in their mid to late 30s, it's not going to work like that. So
The worst contracts in the league.
Yeah, literally. And we probably have like 3 episodes out already this season that says the Suns are finished or Suns are cooked. So I'll probably name this something else, but again, the Suns are finished, the Suns are cooked. Yeah, I already know where they go from here. Yeah, that's it really.
Yeah.
And like it's so funny because all the experts and all the odds makers still giving them respect as they continue to lose games in the regular season, lose games, but because they have the GOAT Kevin Durant, like they're gonna somehow turn it all around. And we're just supposed to close our eyes and ignore everything we've seen for the last 8 months. Yeah. Let's move on to the next series.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Yeah. And what other pair that got swept? Your Thunder swept Pelicans. Now you can have 10 minutes on this, so please.
How about my Thunder? How about my Thunder? Put some motherfucking respect on my Thunder. I don't even curse on this thing, but put some respect on my Thunder, bro. Listen, with the amount of shit we had to deal with, the amount of shit we had to black eye of the league, worst 1 seed, Shea's getting carried, Chet's everyone's getting carried, but everyone's also trash. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works. So Shea can't win MVP because the reason they're good is because of Chet, but Chet can't win Rookie of the Year because he's getting carried by Shea.
No, because Wemby exists.
Yeah, I know, but like that's one of their bigger arguments. Is like if Wemby was playing with Shea, he'd be MVP. And also J Dub's a role player; he just gets carried by Shea's gravity. It's just like, come on. And also, yeah, shout out to Mark Dagnall, Coach of the Year. Uh, well deserved, I believe. It is crazy that Missoula wasn't even in consideration. That's
Yeah, I
ridiculous.
feel like the Dagno, yeah, I'm fine with that. Like he deserved to win, but I am just mad at Mazula wasn't even top 3. Like
It's
that's the
ridiculous.
biggest thing for me.
It's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. Like, come on, man. They're like, what were you like 6, 7 games above everyone else?
In the West, like literally in the West, and then 14 plus in the East.
Yeah. Like, just literally ridiculous. But nah, Dagno, like, I'm so grateful. That's the most underrated part of our rebuild is the fact that we've got a coach that has come up through the system. He came, they kind of handpicked him straight from college, and he was coaching the G League for a while. And they really brought him up through the system. He came up, was then an assistant under Billy Donovan, and you can just see the approach he has, the calmness he has. All the players have bought in. He's kind of the perfect coach he was the perfect coach for the rebuild, but he's also the perfect coach for now because you're starting to see he's brought in different concepts in terms of offensively, defensively, and it just pairs perfectly with the type of team that Sam Presti's put together because the team like as an OKC fan, like I always had a level of like as every fan of any contender has a healthy level of delusion about how this is our year and everything. But there was always that doubt because of just the way that our team was built, the inconsistencies we'd have throughout the year with KD Russ. It was just KD Russ, do what you can. Like KD Russ put ball in basket with like 1980s spacing. You know what I mean? Like Andre Roberson as shooting guard. And you just look across the roster now, there's a 3-point threat everywhere you look. And like a top defensive team as well. You see now just completely took Brandon Ingram out of the series. Like it was crazy. It was crazy. Like Lou Dort, this is what I like about us being back in the playoffs as well, because once you get to the playoffs and you're on TNT, you're on ESPN, now these voters that don't watch any games apart from NBA and TNT games, now they're going to put some respect on Lou Dort's name, and he's not going to have another year where he finishes at the top of every perimeter defense stat and doesn't even sniff an all NBA defensive team. So we need that respect too. But I mean, Shea, he didn't even have his best series really. Obviously, that Herb Jones matchup. But all things considered, he had a good one. across our team, everyone was waiting for us to fail. All these teams that were supposed to, sweep us or whatever, and now they're going home and we're going to the second round, which I'm happy with. And even Perk, like obviously no one takes it seriously, but even he said that the Pelicans got lucky um getting us in the first round. They can still win in 7 or 6 without Zion. I was like, all right, man. But yeah, I think for me, it was just good. I think it's just good for the team to get through and to get a win like this, because it wasn't a win in terms of them shooting a crazy high percentage or whatever. It was a team where it was a series win where they had to just play defense. And I think that translates, regardless of age, regardless of anything, that translates across. But one last thing I want to say before I switch over to you is that everyone talks about the youth of the team. And of course, it's impressive. I mean, they've just become, they were the youngest first seed, the youngest to win a series, like the youngest team to ever win a playoff series, and also that obviously the youngest team to ever sweep. And they only had one bucket from a player over 25 in the whole series as well. So that just puts into perspective. But Mark Dagnall said something that's true. Like, this team may be young, but they're very mature, and you see that across the season, 82 games, to snatch the first seed, to never lose more than back to back. It's a special season, and as a fan, I was just grateful. Like, I just wanted us to at least make the playoffs, and I knew that we have a bright future in terms of the assets and everything. But to really see them be ready now, like it's amazing to see, and I feel like we're just playing with house money right at this point.
Yeah. What else can you say about Thunder? Because yeah, like their youngest team, like everyone played insane. But I would say that like with Zion, it would be completely different series. I don't think it
Completely
would have
different.
been a sweep.
No, no, not sweep, but I don't know about completely different series. I think we win in
No,
maybe
I mean
five.
like it wasn't like it. I would say Sky was kind of easy sweep. Apart from maybe game
Yeah,
one, it would be probably 6 games. I would say like
yeah.
with Zion because like Zion's completely
And
different player. So it's
yeah,
like
yeah, he'd bring different problems. I actually, as I said going into this playoffs, I wanted, as much as I want to win this season, I want the team to get the experience that they need to go forward and be long-term contenders. So I saw the Kings as a more competitive series, and that's what I wanted. Um, and I would have loved to have Zion in just so we can have that experience of battling through a series. But unfortunately, that's not what we had. But as we can see with your team, there are some easy matchups that still people are allowed to go longer than they should. So I'm at least happy that the youngest team of all time to win a series took care of business as quickly as they're supposed to. So that's
hey, we
like
will talk about that series, okay? You don't need to do that. But now, yeah, yeah, Pelicans they're cooked because they need to decide what they're doing with Ingram, Valanciunas. I think Valanciunas. I feel like he has to go. He needs to go elsewhere because he can't play with Zion.
Mm.
It would be better for the Pelicans and for him because and I've seen so many Pelicans fans like, oh yeah, I hope he goes somewhere where he's appreciated. And all the Pelicans fans like, oh yeah, Billy Green, like he's a bitch because he's not playing him where he's probably one or first or second best player in the series. Is all I can say. So
Hey
yeah,
Val,
Pelicans.
man. Val, you got to know some of the players, man. Why don't you come on over, bro? Why not?
Uh, to be fair, like he still would be very good backup, like backup center in the league easily. So
I mean, he played great minutes too. He'd still play good minutes. And we
yeah,
we need that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, as I keep saying, it's this has been one of my favorite seasons because as good as we are, I don't feel like a tremendous amount of pressure, and you can just enjoy the moment. So, um, yeah, man, keep disrespecting us, man. I've already seen the series that's still going. Yeah, the series that's still going, and people are talking about, well, it's easy food for the Clippers or the or the Mavs. I'm like, I don't know what you're watching, bro, because uh Luka put on a disaster class right now. I don't want to hear about stats either. I don't want to hear.
He's getting carried by Kyrie right now.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about stats, but we'll get to that. But yeah, as far as the series, man, I'm just happy and I'm ready for the next, man. Ready for the next. All right, let's get into the Nuggets Lakers, which is a series that I was looking forward to, man, because a long season of Lakers fans chatting absolute shit. And hey, a lot of scripts this year have been reused. What? I think the Lakers had been beaten 11 times in a row, I believe,
Yep.
by the Nuggets. Yeah.
Yep.
Lakers culture, bro. You can beat us one time, you can beat us 5 times in a row, 10 times maybe 11, but not 12. Not 12. We got too much pride for that. We got too much pride for that. But yeah, they've been packed up. I could have, I was gonna do this. I should have. Actually, I would have been wrong because I would have said sweep. But this could have been scheduled. Honestly, I could have done a scheduled tweet. We knew how this story was going. They managed to get one game. Cool, whatever. But Rip Boza, Rip Boza, from the bottom of my heart. Um, as I said, I keep saying this, man. This is a beautiful season for me because no, look, obviously OKC doing well, great, yeah. But more, even better than that is seeing all my ops go outside. Like it's just it's beautiful. Chef's kiss. Like it's just like life is good right now. You know what I mean? But you can get into more of the basketball stuff. I'm just kind of talking about being a hater and everything. But yeah, you can get, you can get into more of the
Uh,
basketball.
I would say this series really reminded me of Celtics Nets, where Celtics swept the Nets because it was such a close series basketball wise. But it's the fact that the Lakers literally were leading like 3 games in a row.
Bro,
Like they had
they
like
were
double
leading for
digit
like
leads like in the third and the fourth,
75% of the games.
and they literally bottled every single game. Like I have no I
I love it. I love it.
and it's the fact that like even like yeah, they lost all 3 games, but like Anthony Davis, all probably all NBA player for this year for some people, like defensive team, and he literally got 30 points in 3 quarters, and then like literally nothing in the fourth quarter, and they lose the game. Like I feel like when you are your your team's second best player, like, you definitely should do more in the like fourth quarters and like crunch time and everything. And so I know, and like I would say Jamal Murray was like completely like different in the series. Like he loves the games against the Lakers. Like one thing
Bro,
I saw so many Lakers fans like when the pre-game he was with like wrapped up leg, like everyone like yes, yes, please, please, and then he hits a game winner in the same game.
another
Like
game
it's like
winner, man. Nah,
Jamal
honestly,
Murray is
Jamal
different.
Murray, he's just the most underrated, like boogeyman for the Lakers. But every Lakers game, regular season playoffs or not, goes the same exact way. It's 90s basketball for like the first half. Lakers are then the Nuggets pull away in the third, and then the Lakers make a fake comeback and they still lose. That's the script. Uh Hopefully they update it a bit so it's a bit more interesting next year. But that's been a script for about 12 games. Uh yeah, bro. There's not too much more to say. We're getting the LeBron drama that comes with every playoff loss. Uh I'm surprised he didn't talk about retirement again or something, but he was asked point
Well, he
blank.
was asked about retirement.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah,
decided to skip that question. So yeah.
yeah. But he was asked about if he's gonna be a Laker. He said he didn't want to comment, and then the Lakers they know it's bad because they're out here talking about drafting Bronny already. Oh man, no, just the amount of joy, man, that I just get from this stuff, bro. Like, I would honestly, it's just beautiful, man. It's just beautiful because no one deserves it more than Lakers fans, man. No
Yep.
one deserves it more than Lakers fans. They're the most annoying people. Um, Although some franchises are trying to beat them on NBA. Oh god, but yeah, I don't know. It's like you got Davenham who going into the series, there were reports about how safe he was, and I just wasn't getting it at all. Just really wasn't understanding it whatsoever to say that before the series. Same thing with Vogel. Like, why are you talking about how safe they are before the series even ends? But wow, like it was really bad. I saw like last game, um, they were they couldn't get they had like a shot clock violation. Like they had a few possessions of road that was so bad, and Austin Reeves just subbed himself in because it was just that bad. And then he scored four straight. It's like, what is this guy doing, bro? He just got his hands in his pockets. He's really just got his hands. He's watching with us. He's just got the best courtside seats. That's literally
Yeah,
it, man.
literally best seat in the
He
house.
just got the
So
best seats in the house. Like I don't, I don't really know. In terms of moving forward for the Lakers, I don't know, man, because again, it's the same off-season cycle as well. They're gonna make some random moves, and everyone's gonna say the Lakers fans are gonna say it's the best. They had the best off-season, and then when it gets to the playoffs, they're gonna talk about how they had no help and everyone's trash. So
yeah,
that, but it does feel good to not have to talk about the Lakers again for another like 2 months. That is for another like month or so. So yeah,
now we're not
that's
talking about Lakers for until the un blockbuster move or start of next season
well when they draft Bronny.
or that. Yeah, or that. Yeah,
Uh, but yeah, uh, Lakers, yeah, rest in peace.
the Lakers
Rest.
are Jokic's minions,
Yeah,
literally.
literally,
Yellow
literally, bro.
guys around him.
Yeah. It's like it's funny though, but it is because the Lakers, Jokic to the Lakers is what like LeBron was to Toronto. Toronto,
Yeah,
like yeah, it's tough for him to be on the other side there, and it's going to be real good prop for Jokic debates in the future because we're everyone's going to ignore the context of LeBron's age and just say like, yeah, Jokic owned LeBron for like 2 years, so
yeah.
yeah.
And the fact that the Nuggets, like, I don't think some of the players have very good series. I think like
Hmm.
Aaron Gordon
Oh, Jokic himself
wasn't the best. Yeah, Jokic
had a
himself,
crazy
he
statistical series, but really, like, there's another gear to him, a couple more
yeah
gears to him.
yeah
It's
he
really child.
wasn't like 30 point triple doubles like 40 point. Like he did he didn't need to do everything. I feel like it was completely different, but like yeah, Nuggets definitely can put in like the higher shit. So it'll be
It was
interesting to
really
see
just a
next.
warm up for them. Like it was very much, oh, it's the Lakers. Like let's just throw in a couple.
Yeah, it was literally it was literally Lakers.
Yeah, it's the Lakers. Oh God,
Yeah,
it's the Lakers. It's like, oh, cool. Let's prepare for next round and just play good basketball, warm up. Get into the playoff atmosphere. It's all good, man. It's just the Lakers. It's all good. Yeah. But moving on to Clips
another
Sun,
LA team.
another LA team. Uh, it was looking dicey, man. It was looking dicey. It was looking like series might be over. Series might be over.
Yep.
And what was going on? I mean, just the outlook of the series because this is one of the series that are still going. Obviously, it was really strange. They started off great, and then you had the game with Kawhi coming back, and he just clearly was not Kawhi. So yeah, it was just rough. But they've actually lost their games with Kawhi on the floor, so clearly, yeah, just let him chill. Uh, but wow, like that last game was it was probably one of the weirdest playoff games I've ever seen because the Clips go up big. See, PG can't miss a shot. Harden can't miss a shot, and they're down. The Suns. They're down. No, they're down 20, almost 30, and the Mavs crowd is like going crazy still, and I'm like, what's going on? Like I've never seen this before. Uh, and the Clips were very close to blowing the biggest lead in NBA history, and as some
It was tied with the Warriors.
yeah, against the Clips.
when the Clippers won the game.
And I believe that was off a Shea 30 piece as well. I think. Believe that it was that game. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it was that game. But uh yeah, bro, like I don't get it because there was still so much in the crowd. It was, I mean, in the game, it was crazy. Like they pretty much propelled them. Kyrie, man, in the playoffs, there are just moments where he's scary, man. Like the shots that he hits, bro, that layup where he went up double pump, three defenders, and then comes down on the way up. Like, how did he stay up in the air that long? It's just crazy, man. But I was happy though. I was happy because I want this series to go on a while. Firstly, just because it's so entertaining, and then also because
Yep.
I want them to just continue to beat each other up before they play us. Yeah, but it's good basketball. Uh, Luca, man, where are you, bro? Wake up, wake up.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening to him because he doesn't look like Luca against Clippers. That I'm pretty sure he before the series he averaged like 40 plus against Clippers alone. So that says something, and I don't know. He should be glad that Kyrie's there for him because right now, to fair, Luca said himself, "Oh, I'm feeling I let him down, like I'm letting Kyrie down," and he's not wrong.
Oh yeah, you are.
He definitely
Yeah,
should be better. Like he
very.
definitely should be better because we know how good Luca can be, and the
Yeah,
fact and it's not even. Oh yeah, you would say, oh yeah, Kawhi is guarding Luca like healthy, fully healthy. Kawhi is he's not there. Like the thing is, like and Mavs losing games without like where there's no Kawhi for the Clippers. So it's like, yeah, Luka definitely should be better, but yeah, I don't know. And like for the Clippers, I feel like Harden just turned back the clock, especially last
yeah,
game.
yes,
The way
bro.
he was playing all the floaters, like he had like four floaters in a row, literally the same one, and like easy to the
Yeah,
basket.
yeah,
So
literally
yeah, it's
same, bro.
like yeah,
He's getting separation.
I
He's
don't
getting
know where Clippers would be without James Harden now because now that trade looks like it was incredible.
yeah.
So
You
it's
know what?
like,
It's
yeah,
kind of similar to the idea that the Lakers had about trading for Russ in that it's weird. When they're all there, it doesn't really work. It doesn't make that a lot of sense. But when you have an injury, because their reasoning was obviously the Lakers were coming off a year where they didn't have they had injuries all year and then they lost the Suns in the first round. They were thinking, LeBron and AD, they're always injured. Let's get a player that will be able to take over and when they're gone. And Harden, I feel like when he's put in a position where he needs to be the number one, or at least be, one of those two that's carrying it, he's good to go. It's muscle memory for him. And you can see the confidence that he's getting back to that step back as well. And even a few possessions where he's guarding up as well. Like he's playing pretty well, and it's see Harden and Luka have always drawn the comparisons. They have very similar play styles, especially like Luka compared to like Houston Harden. And yeah, he was outplaying him. He was outplaying him very clearly. Uh it'll be interesting to see how the Clippers kind of reinsert Kawhi into the mix. Um
if they because like
yeah, if they can, yeah.
I don't think we
Well, it won't
know
be for this
what's
series. It
really
won't be for this
happening
series.
with Kawhi.
Yeah, it won't be for this series. Absolutely not. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. Moving forward, yeah, Luca definitely needs to step up. Yeah, absolutely needs to step up if they're gonna get through this because you can't just rely on Kyrie. Uh,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. PG, he was having like a Dame type, like the other week Dame game. But he ended up hitting some clutch shots. But until that point, bro, he was
It
breaking it in
was
the
where the P though. It
huh?
literally was where the P though in the like
Yeah,
you know
where
the clip
P
of Kawhi where
where
the P
PM
though. So where's P at? Like that's the
yeah.
thing. Like he was missing the second half for majority of the game, but apart from the like late in the fourth quarter when he, as I said, hit a few clutch shots. So it's like,
Yeah. And you know what? That was a
yeah,
full
but
circle
he definitely
as
needs to be
well.
better.
That was a full circle moment as well because that was the same spot that he hit the backboard a couple years back.
Yep,
But this time he shot it over the backboard and hit a game with it. So
yep.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, of all the series remaining, this is the one I'm most locked into for sure. I mean, I was second most looked into this one, but obviously second to the Thunder. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it hopefully going 7, really. I'd love for it to go 7. I think it's great basketball. I think this is one of the best series for just maybe casual fans and just fans that just like watching players go at each other one-on-one and all that.
Yeah.
Because you've got the
Oh,
matchups there.
100%.
Yeah, in them two, you've got PG and Luca, and you've got Harden and Kyrie. So man, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be nice basketball. We'll see who outplays who, because it's just pretty much mano a mano at this point. Kawhi's not coming back.
And it's not like, oh yeah, home team wins every time. We
No,
saw Mavs win in LA and Clippers win in Dallas. So it's like anything can happen there.
anything can happen. Anything can happen. All right, so what we onto the East now, I believe.
Yes,
So
sir.
onto the East. Onto the East. Let's just get Cal's magic out the way real quick. Uh
Yeah. Honest, no idea what's happening in the series.
Listen,
Literally.
before about 10 minutes before we started recording, I didn't even know who's winning. I didn't know anything.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I know that the fact that like Banchero was very, I feel like very shy of the ball in the first 2 games in Cleveland. He wasn't attacking the rim and everything, but like game 3, he literally turned up and he was insane. But the thing is, they won that game when he was cooking cows. They won that game by 20 points, and then game 4, they won by 20, but he scored only 9 points because Franz Wagner came out and he said, "I'm here as well." So I was like, yeah,
Mm.
I feel like the series can go to 7 because at the moment it's like home team just dominates. The series is 2-2, but like it's not even close. Like we have Clippers-Mavs 2-2, and like majority of the games were very, very close, whereas Cavs managed by literally winning by 20 points. And the fact that Cavs, they haven't reached 100 points in the series yet.
Oh yeah,
They haven't scored 100 points in 4 games.
that's crazy.
Like, that's
That's
insane.
crazy. Because I didn't mention with the Thunder, but they've been holding the Pelicans to pretty low scoring games. But man, not 100-point game. Boy,
Yeah.
I think
I feel
actually
like last 2 games, they haven't scored 90 points. Like, it's that bad. So it's
yeah,
like,
that is crazy. Wait, I'm just trying to check something real quick. Let's see.
what are you checking now?
Yeah, no, the Thunder, the Pelicans never scored 100 either. The Pelicans had 92, 92, 85, 89. So yeah, just wow, yeah. But I mean, full strength, Mavs. But yeah, it's still, I mean, Magic. Yeah, so mad. We knew that that's what the Magic had on their side coming into this playoffs, is that their
Yeah.
defense set us up apart, and they've got what it takes to. They might not, advance through the playoffs, but they could definitely match up with a team and make everyone slander like that team's like a team superstar, because they have a bad a bad offensive series. So they've got the potential to do that at least. And just throw a team off of their game and just really hound a great offensive player. So yeah, but I'm not gonna act like I've got a lot of insight to give
I
about this.
just hope that this series goes to 7 games. I need that.
Yeah,
Yeah, for the second round. So
yeah. I mean, yeah, because as you were saying, that kind of reminds me of. It's funny, obviously, with the way that the comeback and everything with the Cavs Warriors 2016 finals, everyone talks about how great of a series that was. But if you were actually watching at the time, the first few games, it was exactly the same, and it was blowouts on either end, and it was just not interesting at all until the comeback started in what was it, game 5. So yeah, it's just a recipe for no one to watch, to be honest. Like if
yeah.
they're not gonna be interesting, at least, yeah, no one watching, man. Yeah, all right, but I think we can move on to Sixers Pacers.
Bucks Pacers.
Bucks, Sixers, Pacers, Bucks, Pacers, Bucks, Pacers. That's it's a series that coming in. I mean, all the way back to no playing tournament, in season tournament that we were kind of circling. Like, okay, it's gonna be one of series.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not playing. It's taken a bit of a sting out of it.
They haven't played in the
Yeah,
last game and then got
him and
injured like
Giannis
game
now
before.
not playing, and they're pretty much indefinite because they're dealing with strains, so it gets a bit
Yeah.
complicated. So I don't really, yeah, it's kind of
It could have been elite series.
it could
It could
have
have
been
been
an easy.
elite series, but then
Had everything.
there's
You had all the makings of a great series because the basketball itself and the drama around it, but it's like
yeah,
no one is even there anymore. So it's like
yeah,
it's unfortunate.
and it looks like Pacers can win 5 now against Bucks. I don't think a lot. I think quite a few people predicted Pacers to win because Giannis wasn't available, but I
Yeah.
don't think anyone predicted Pacers in 5.
Mhm.
Just because, like
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, nah.
they have Dame, but like now
Um,
they're like, yeah.
yeah,
I feel like kind of like
we still kind of gave the Bucks their respect in terms of the fact that seemingly they're supposed to be a level above the Pacers. So even without Giannis, Dame should have stepped up to a certain degree. But it's I don't really know. I mean, we're having a couple uh Middleton games. He was going crazy for a minute there, but
yeah.
yeah, I just don't think, and it's tough for the Bucks too because even with the context of missing their two best players, it's still gonna be a rough offseason for them.
Oh yeah.
There's still a lot of
I
difficult
can't wait for Giannis press conferences and they about losing like it's a road or whatever he said
You're
last
gonna
year.
be turning to a philosopher, turning
Yeah.
philosopher. Yeah, yeah. We will not be seeing a Giannis press conference, unfortunately. But yeah, it's just it's this is always going to be, this is what could have been type series for sure. It's
Oh yeah, 100%.
the one that got away. Um, but let's get into the Sixers series then.
This one for me it's painful because I've seen so many Embiid edits already, and it's not
Bro, he
Embiid.
has a
It's
whole
not, and it's not even Embiid's like scoring edits, like he's playing edits. Him injuring people edits,
bro. What is this
like
new
it's
like?
insane to
Yeah,
like.
he's lost it, bro. He's lost it. I think because he's so injury prone, now he's like, nah, I'm taking everyone down with me. Like, he's absolutely lost it, bro. What's it been like 4 games, 5 games? And he has a compilation longer than Draymond, bro.
I'm pretty sure he has more flagrant fouls than Draymond now in his career, which is insane.
Bro, in one series. I'm watching it and I'm thinking it's gonna be like I thought it was like, I'm like, oh, what? Everyone's against the Knicks, bro. Like, oh, this is actually this series. I was like, bro, these were crazy. You saw he got banned from the Empire State Building.
Yep.
Yeah, but bro, it's like, because I was going down the timeline and I kept seeing more from the same game. I was like, what's going on with this guy? The one where he
It's
pulled Mitchell
exactly the
Robinson's
same
leg.
game. It was
Bro, when he
same game.
pulled Mitchell
That's
Robinson's
insane.
leg, I was like, what are you doing, bro? As someone that's always injured as well, you'd think he'd have like some sort of empathy for like that type of thing. And he's out there. This is nasty. Some of his you don't really see this from players of his caliber. Like normally it's the players that need to like, straddle that line of being on the edge to stay in the league. But an MVP level player doing this stuff, like that's crazy.
And the fact that like he scored 50, then the report came out that he playing with like what is like the fact that half of his face is basically numb. Whereas he's like, yeah,
That's the
that's
thing,
bad
man.
and
I
everything.
don't get it with this guy. There's always something. Most injury prone players, it's normally around the same region, and it's just like they've got lower leg issues, they've got that type of thing. With him, I mean, there was one year where he had like a stomach bug or something. This year he's got the face thing. Like, there's just always some, I don't know what it is, but there's always something going on with him.
Yeah, yeah. It's still the fact that he's done so much stuff already in the series,
bro. Just
and it's
moving.
funny to me because I don't know if you
And he gets rewarded with
saw the
20 free throws.
I feel like I'm used to it now. I literally I'm just look past that because I feel that's every game.
Yeah, it's not even a talking point anymore at this point.
Exactly, that's not even talking point because he literally does that every time. And the fact that uh game was in Philly and there was
Oh yeah, yeah,
literally
yeah,
Knicks fans
yeah.
near the same amount, and then Embiid just come out and say like, "Oh yeah, I feel like Philly is known as Sports City, and like we can't
Yeah,
literally fill the
literally.
arena with
What?
fans."
They should have their
Insane.
Sports City title revoked completely after that.
Yeah,
That's embarrassing.
yeah.
A playoff series.
They literally going in the arena. There's hundreds of Knicks fans shouting "fucking beat" like
Yeah.
in your arena. Like,
In your arena, bro, they snatched your chain, bro. They snatched your chain. They took over.
uh,
And like, bro, they're just boo merchants, bro. Like they get this title because oh, we're hard on our players. We boo them every time they lose. But like, bro, you're not gonna show out. It's the playoffs, bro. It's the playoffs,
ex-
and you let
yeah, exactly. It's a
the
playoffs.
playoffs, bro. What are you doing? That's embarrassing. That's terrible. I would, as a player, bro.
It's worse than Miami traffic.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
literally
No,
not showing up.
empty is better than reverse home court advantage, bro. That's
Yeah,
crazy. That's insane. Nah,
yeah.
that's yeah.
I feel
I
like
can't lie.
it happened because I'm pretty sure
Yeah, that's
a
not too
game
far,
at MSG and the MSG tickets are like 3 times more
yeah, yeah.
expensive than the game at the Philly.
And it's
So
not
it's
that
like,
much of a trip over either. So
yeah, exactly. It's like like a couple hour trip. That's it. So it's like, yeah,
yeah, but that's rough, and that's how you lose free agents as well.
yeah. But speaking of actual basketball, Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, I feel like Josh Hart is the one that uh, keeping them in the series
Josh
because there
Hart,
was few games where like Josh
yeah,
Hart literally won them the games.
yeah, and he's just doing it in the craziest ways. Like his stat sheets just make no sense. His stat lines make no sense. He's what are they saying? Like he's like the LeBron James of Draymond Greens.
Like,
Has some ridiculous stat lines, bro. It's crazy.
and like he's playing nearly every single minute of every game, which is crazy to me.
He's literally Tom Thibodeau, like he finally has like a team of tailor-made players for him, man.
Yeah,
Like Josh Hart is a Tom Thibodeau player. OG is a
that
Tom Thibodeau.
that doesn't get injured as well. Like he's
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's finally got it. He's finally got it.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. And yeah, Jalen Brunson, man. Look, you see him taking over a series, and then you see Luca not doing that, and it's like,
To be fair, Jalen Brunson was very shaky first 2 games. He wasn't
yeah.
shooting. He was shooting 4 days.
Oh yeah, no, that was wild as well. That the fact that they were still winning with him playing like he hadn't
Yeah,
really played well yet. Um, but yeah, I mean, again, with all these things that Embiid is battling, it's just like, why is he out there? It's like, why is he out there?
like at this point, just you like Philly should think about like, oh yeah, is it worth it to keep Embiid like on the court when he's that banged up and everything? And I doubt he will go to Olympics now. There's no like if he goes to Olympics, I don't think he has working brain because like
No,
you should be
no,
resting.
he doesn't care about his career at that point, or he just like, I want one bit of Julie, like I want at least that championship. But yeah, bro, there's no way Embiid and Kawhi are playing in the Olympics, bro.
Yeah, there's
There's
no
absolutely
chance.
no way.
They shouldn't be
No.
playing, right? I feel like everyone said, "Oh
If their
yeah."
teams, if their teams let them play, there's something wrong.
When Kawhi came out that he'll be 12th player, a lot of people said, will he need to let him play?"
Yeah,
So I
like
feel
let's
like it's
yeah,
yeah, I feel like it. And now and be like this, yeah, yeah. If Philly
bro.
let like if he is like oh kind of healthy, and then Philly says, "Oh yeah, you can go to the Olympics." Yeah, they don't care about him. I don't think they care about
No.
his health or anything.
Not at all. Not at all. But let's move right on to Celtics.
Demons, like we beating our demons.
This was always that
What?
one we were talking about how it was just you just need to get through them. It's just it has to be part of the story of the Celtics
Yeah,
winning a chip. It has to be part of the story. It just has to.
yeah. Like
It's like when
he has to be. They had to be in the mix.
it's like when Kobe when he won that ring with against the Magic, he was like, nah, neither one against the Celtics. It's not quite on the same level, but it's just something that happens to happen. And they're just that annoying team that just sticks in your, it's just there. It's just always there. It doesn't matter who's in the lineup. No Jimmy Butler. It doesn't matter. It's just like
No,
they'll
the
just
thing is, I don't think Jimmy Butler is the problem. It's Caleb Martin. Like he's the guy for the Heat against us.
yeah, it's wild,
And
man. It's
that game too. Like I feel like Heat literally shot out their all games. Like because now they can't hit the three to save their life.
yeah,
And that game too, like they literally they hit 9 3 pointers the first quarter. Like hit franchise record in like of threes. And in the game too, so it's like yeah, like and the guy that now probably main talker like after the last 9 games, Porzingis was minus 32 in the 10 point loss, which is insane.
yeah,
Then he
yeah. That
bounced back and then he got injured, which
yeah, and
is
let's get into that, man. Let's get into that. That is
well, the reports came out that it's probably gonna be a calf strain, which could be like a
yeah,
couple weeks.
yeah.
And I just hope it's nothing too serious because we definitely
Yeah,
can
you have to be
survive
careful.
heat.
You have to be really
Yeah,
careful with a player of his height and his stature.
yeah.
When you get them lower leg,
And the
it,
fact that like we literally managed that whole season and then yeah,
yeah,
especially in the first round, which is
yeah, man.
annoying.
It's just
And everyone said, "Oh, Porzingis' health is the main like thing and stop Celtics from winning." And he's injured. But at least I think we can manage to beat the Heat without Jimmy in this round easily. And then we
yeah,
have Cavs or Magic. I feel like we definitely can win without Porzingis as well.
yeah,
So he just needs to be back until Eastern Conference Finals, I think, and then we'll be good. But like, it's
yeah.
so
It's just a
annoying.
scary look.
Like,
It's a scary look for a routine player and him to just go hop in. Like you know how it goes with those, man.
well,
So
a few plays before, like I think Tyler Hero stepped on his foot, or like Kelly Martin then bumped him as well. So it's like it was literally mixed of everything, and then that play is literally was at the end. That's it.
right, right, right.
So it's like yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it's just annoying, just so annoying because he's been apart from that game too, he's been so good. And
Yeah,
Derek White, shout out Derek White. Like
Derek
Derek
White,
White is
Derek
he
White.
he's the most hated Celtics player by the Heat fans, 100%.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was
They hate
doing everything. Like he hit eight threes,
bro.
and the
Derek
shots
White
he
is
hit as well.
he's really good, man. That donkey had two, bro. He's just
Yeah,
he's just cooking, man. He's just cooking, and like I don't know. I look left and right. Yeah, I do hope that I hope Porzingis can I hope he can get back right because it's just, we the Celtics in the finals, bro. With whether it's the Nuggets, whoever it is, um, they just got a team that's built for a chip at the end of the day, and I'd hate for it to be uh reasons outside of basketball that they don't get there.
yeah.
Um, and let's be honest, like no one, it's not about this series at all. There's not really any like
Well, I can say one thing: fucking Heat culture striked again in that game because of that. Like, what's the point of? Yeah, you can contest a shot after a whistle, but why like contesting like landing, like putting your foot out?
yeah,
Like, and the
it's
fact
just
that Van Gundy was like, "Oh yeah, it's Tatum's fault. Why are you shooting after the whistle, bro?"
uh,
Like, when he says like that, oh yeah, that means like if it whistle is gone, you can do anything, and like
Yeah,
it won't be a problem. So it's like
no problem.
I'm and the fact that
Yeah,
it's the same ankle that he rolled in the game 7 against Heat. Then I think he said that like he not rolled but like not like spraying like kind of rolled against Warriors and Clippers as well. So it's like the same ankle. So it's like it's even more annoying because like he had the problem with that ankle already, and now it's like this. And then Bam, oh yeah, what did I do? And he went to argue with the ref after the game about that flagrant one. What are you arguing about? That you literally did what you shouldn't be doing because that's a rule because of Zaza. And like, yeah, I'm just so annoying. I'm just happy that like he literally just ran off and then yeah, that he got it done. And then Tatum's dunk on perfect person as well, Caleb Martin. I
oh,
think like I feel like that he was the perfect person to dunk on, knowing the Celtics and the Heat history.
yeah.
He was. Did you see Jaylen Brown as well? Like just staring Caleb Martin down as well. It's just when I just love that.
That was
Yeah,
amazing. It'd be good to get through this though. There's not really a worry in the basketball side, but mentally it'd be good to just get over that
yeah.
hump and get that out the way, I think. And a bit of adversity is good. Not Porzingis, but I mean like dropping a game and just getting that part of the season because it was kind of looking like you weren't really gonna get any real adversity until the later rounds anyway. So it's nice to get that a bit early after a season where you're winning most of your games. Um, but yeah, it's not really too worried about this series, the
One
outcome.
thing I would say, I've seen so many fans like, oh yeah, Celtics play like Heat team, like that's
Bro,
the
same
reason
with
we are
us.
number
Same
one
with us
seed.
with Nuggets. Like,
Like
newsflash,
this is
when
a
you win
concept of
most of your
one seed they're
games,
playing against eight
there's
seed.
a thing called a bracket. And when you take the regular season seriously and win all your games, you play a worse
Exactly.
team. Like, it's just, yeah, dumb.
It's so
People are
dumb.
just,
Like
yeah, it is so dumb. You don't learn that on NBA TikTok, man. You actually have to watch the games. But yeah, we're gonna continue to watch the games as we get through this playoff series, man. This playoffs. Can't wait to just keep covering it, man. And, but that's all we have time for today. I'm Josh Masoki.
Matas Baranauskas.
That was Full Court Talk. We out. Peace.